APA Basics, how to access mandatory reference entry information for an article from a website. As you can see from the checklist on your screen, there is mandatory information that you need to collect when creating a reference entry for an article from a website. You must collect the author of the article, the publication date, the title of the article, the name of the website or who published the article, and the URL to access that article directly. First, let's find the author or authors of the article from a website. The authors on a website are typically written right underneath the title of the article. The authors' names are typically written after the word by. Again, it's typically written towards the top of the website article. So here from Statistics Canada, you can see very close to the top of the page the word by, and then the list of authors who wrote the article from the website. Similarly, from the CBC News article, you can see that the author's name is listed again close to the top of the article beneath the article title. Here, there's no word by before the author's name. However, there's a hyperlink beside the author's name. To ensure that you have the correct author or that this person is the author, you can click that hyperlink and look to see that this person is in fact the journalist who wrote this article. Once you have written out the authors of the article, the next source of information that you need to find is the publication date for the article. The publication date of a written article from a website is typically posted, again, close to the title of the article. Here you can see the publication information written just below the title of the article and posted, that is the publication date, June 21st, 2023. It is important to remember that you must copy the entire date given for the reference entry. Again, just like this article on the Statistics Canada website, just below the authors, you will see release date, March 15, 2023. This is the complete date that you must copy for your reference entry information. If for some reason you cannot find the complete date that that specific article was published, you can go down and use the copyright information from the website itself. Once you have written down the entire publication date, the next mandatory reference entry information that you must get is the title of the article. The title of the article for any website is typically written in the largest font, usually in bold font, at the very top of the article text. So here on this CBC article, you can see the title of the article. The font is very large and it is bolded. Similarly, on Statistics Canada, you can see that this article title is again very large font and bolded compared to the rest of the font printed within the article. Once you have found the title of the article, the next step is to write down the name of the website or who published the article. The publisher's name is typically written at the very top of the website that you are visiting. Here, above the article title, in the top left corner, you can see Statistics Canada. Just to ensure that you are correct, go and look at the URL. After www. The very first set of letters should give you a hint as to who published the article. Here you can see StatCan, so you know that Statistics Canada is the. Similarly, on this CBC News article, at the top left, you can see that CBC has published this article. They are at the very top left of the website. And again, just to ensure that this is the correct publisher, up in the URL, you can see that after www.cbc is the first set of letters that comes after the www. So that means that this is the publisher. Once you have written down the publisher, the last bit of information you need for the reference entry for an article from a website is the URL. The URL is located at the very top of the website. To copy the complete URL, click the URL search bar, right-click, and then press copy. Copy this entire URL directly into a Word document for your reference entry. Once you have pasted the entire URL, ensure you make sure that the link is active. How you do that is just by pressing the space bar, and that URL will turn blue. Ensure you double check every URL to ensure that it is a direct link right back to the article that you are referencing. So how you do that is hover over the URL that you've pasted, press Control on your keyboard, and then click. This should bring your reader directly to the article that you are referencing from. If your article from your website lists a DOI, what you will do is copy this entire URL instead of the URL listed at the top of the page. This is a preferred URL in academics, so whenever there's a DOI, it is important to use the DOI number rather than the URL. Once you have retrieved the URL or DOI, it is time to create your reference entry. You can use this checklist as a guide every time you are looking to collect information for a reference entry from an article from a website.